The 18-year-old right here. So I just don't think I was sure I work with. I was so happy. Don't you have to be 23? Nope. I was like, no,
Yeah, he's gonna have some for me in your spot. Oh no, what are they
like all the things this is so, and this is what it's so. Oh, a blue villain. That was a ride, yes. That was the longest drive to your
Good. Tuesday, May 19th, 2026 meeting of the Carleton School District Board of Directors is called to order. In honor of our special honorees tonight, I'm hoping that Ms. Farrow and Ms. Garland would lead us all in the pledge. Would you be willing to rise and lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Would the Secretary please call the roll?
Director Evans? Here. Director Bova? Here. Director Apple?
Here.
Director O'Brien? Here. Director Contra?
Here.
Director Gear? Here. Director Bushcraft? Here. Director Smith?
Here.
Director Trevor?
Here. I'll report that we had an executive session prior to this meeting where we discussed personnel, real estate, and student matters. And I'll turn to Dr. Prager from the superintendent as well.
Thank you, Director Schreiber. And first, I want to thank our food service for the food that they provided tonight here. As you can see, the food there is absolutely delicious. Not necessarily something we consider on a daily basis. Students, work to our staff, work to the board, but very much appreciated. So thank you to you and your team for your hard work. So this evening, we do have the opportunity and privilege to recognize our Carleton School District retirees, hence the celebration of the food. Retirement is a significant milestone. It gives us the opportunity to pause and acknowledge the years of service for the commitment, the care that each of these individuals have given to our staff, to our students, and to our community at large. While not all of our retirees were able to join us this evening, we are grateful to each of them for the role that they have played in the life of our district. We do have two retirees with us this evening that we would like to recognize. First, we recognize Mrs. Christine Garland. Mrs. Garland, retired by the Carleton School District back in August of 2000 and has taught mathematics at the secondary level for her entire career with us. She earned her degree in secondary math education from Robert Morris College at that time. Completed her student teaching at Freedom Area High School and is a graduate of Greensburg Salem High School. During her time at Carleton, Ms. Garland's service extended well beyond the classroom. She worked as an after-school math tutor, served as a junior high school student council sponsor, taught Keystone remediation. I might be covering some things that's going back in her history she's thinking about right now. Served as the math curriculum coordinator and chaperoned multiple ski trips. It's that kind of service that reflects the career built not only on instruction, but also a connection, support, and a willingness to help students in many different settings. Mrs. Carlin, thank you for the many years of dedication and service to the Carlton School District, and for your steady commitment in mathematics education. We wish you very much success in your retirement. We also have Mrs. Kathleen Farrow with us this evening. Mrs. Farrow was hired by the Carlton School District in August of 1993 as a life skills aide at Carnegie Elementary School. She's a graduate of St. Mary of the Mount, on Mount Washington. Over the years, Mrs. Farrow served Carlton in a wide range of support roles, including emotional support, learning support, secondary instructional aide at high school, first aide at Carnegie Elementary School, instructional aide, clerical library aide, and summer school instructional aide as well. She also assisted in distributing Chromebooks to our students during the pandemic, which was a critical time for our schools and our families. Mrs. Farrow's career is a strong example of the quiet, steady, and essential work that supports students every day. In roles like hers, success is often measured in patience, flexibility, dependability, and care. Mrs. Farrow, thank you for your many years of service to Carleton, especially to the students and staff at Carnegie Elementary. We wish you also all the best in your retirement.
Thank you.
If you would like to stand and share any personal thoughts, you're more than welcome to do so.
I just wanted to thank everybody here for a lovely 26-year career. It was really a pleasure working in the school district. My colleagues are wonderful, the students are wonderful, and I appreciate all the support that's given.
Thanks. Well, we will give you a little token of appreciation.
I started my voice down. Thank you so very much.
Kathy, would you like to share some thoughts too?
No, I have no voice.
Okay, no worries. Sorry. Okay.
She is grateful. And in addition, we also had several other retirees who were unable to join us this evening. We did want to recognize as well for their service to the district. We have anticipation of two of our teachers, Pete Manizek and Laura Begg, for their retirement. We have in the custodial staff, Robert Charlie, Harry Gooden, and Thomas Kelsey. Attendance Secretary, Kathy Watson, and Payroll Specialist, Lori Arrington. Cafeteria staff, Donna Thompson, and our cook, Catherine Himmerich, along with paraprofessionals, Pamela Quinlan, Carol Russ, Sharon Stanelli, and Chris Trumpetta. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the Carleton School District, we thank all of our retirees for their years of service. We are grateful for their contributions and wish them happiness and health during their retirement. This evening, we also want to take time to recognize and thank Ms. Rose Highfield for her 2 years of service as the school board student representative. Rose has served in this role with maturity, thoughtfulness, and clear commitment to representing the student's perspective. The board and community have appreciated her insight into student life here at Carleton, her willingness to serve as an advocate for her peers, her leadership, voice, and dedication to both her own success and the success of others in the very spirit of student leadership. She has contributed to our board meetings, represented her classmates, and demonstrated the qualities we hope to see in all Carleton graduates, and has commitment, resilience, creativity, and a desire to make a positive impact. Following graduation, Rose plans to attend Savannah College of Art and Design, where she will major in fashion design and fashion marketing and management. Rose, on behalf of the district, we appreciate your 2 years of service. You've been a great impact here representing the board and Once again, sharing your perspective, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors as well. Anything you would like to share?
I think I'll keep my closing. I wrote a little something, so I'll keep that at the end of our report.
And we will continue with the meeting. I would like to remind any of our guests, you are more than welcome to step out at any point during the meeting. Stay until the end. But if you do leave early, one of the things you have to do is you have to take a go-to container with you. Pack it with some cookies, pack it with some shrimp, pack it with whatever you can. But food service does have some boxes back there for you to take some stuff with you. So again, on tonight's agenda, this evening the board agenda includes the approval of the class of 2026 graduation list, pending each student's successful completion of all graduation requirements. Commencement for the class of 2026 will be held on Friday, June 5 at 7 p.m. at Otis Wagner Field. This event will provide us the opportunity to celebrate the individual and collective accomplishments of the class of 2026. We congratulate our seniors as they close out the school year, and we wish them continued success as they pursue their post-secondary plans, whether that includes college, career training, military service, employment, or other opportunities. Also on this evening's agenda is a motion to transition from Board Docs to Keystone Agenda for Board Book. Board Book is the agenda management platform recommended by PSBA. With the support from PSBA, the district will work this summer to transition all of the historical legislative action from the board, from Board Docs over into Board Books. Once a new platform is launched, we provide additional information to the board and to the community as well regarding how to access and how to navigate that platform. New platform is expected to be ready for our August 2026 meeting, and this transition is expected to be cost neutral for the district. District also includes several measures designed to sustain district operations during the summer months when there is a gap in the district meetings. So these authorizations include processing change orders in the amount of no more than $25,000 for some of our key projects that are occurring in the summer, which includes the Carnegie Elementary renovation project and also the renovation of the shop here at the junior senior. Both projects are set to begin this summer, and we also plan to have a groundbreaking ceremony for the Carnegie Elementary renovation on June the 8th at 5 p.m. Down at Carnegie. The agenda also includes authorization to process pay applications for these projects, process routine district bills through the business office, and authorize the administration to accept resignations and retirements and fill existing vacancies as needed. Any action taken over the summer will be shared with the board and presented for ratification in our next available legislation. Finally, this evening, the agenda includes the approval of the Grable Foundation Grant. This grant will support district leadership participation in national and regional future-focused learning opportunities, including the Ed Leader Promise Innovation Conference, National Conference on Education, and the South by Southwest Conference as well. In addition, as we have in the past, we'll also support innovative types of ideas for Little Bets, inspired by collaboration with other participating school districts. Carleton School District greatly appreciates the Grable Foundation for their continued investment in public education and the support that they provide to our district through many different aspects throughout our region. That concludes the superintendent.
Moving on to our committee reports, Director Apple, any updates on Parkway West?
Sure. We had a meeting on Tuesday, May 5th. Some of the highlights are, as far as Carleton goes, Alice Peck, the student of the month. She's a health occupations student who plans on going to further her education after graduation. And then the Skills USA competition, which is kind of a statewide national competition for current technical center students. Carter Black took third place in the state in collision damage appraisal. So congrats to those students. We had 14 students on the director's list in the third quarter. And the audit report came back, clean opinion. Finally, Dr. Carter mentioned we're moving away from Orthodox to Keystone. It's something the department plans to do as well. PSBA. So, oh yeah, the summer camp for middle school students will be held on June 17th, which is activity. So that's about it. I don't know that I'll have a report throughout the summer. We're not going to be meeting in August and July. I think we'll have a board meeting next month. But oh, and also, we were back to peanut butter and jelly potato sandwiches. The piece they put on the trees around.
Please, vacate your seat every once in a while. Take some vacation time. I love those people. And thank you, Joe. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to meet those people.
Well, in the words of the President Angela, I asked her how you are. He is so charming.
How many are graduating from Carmen, from Parkway?
Yeah.
A lot of kids.
I can find out.
Okay, yeah, I just.
Joe, you might briefly describe it for parents who might be interested in that summer campaign. 15 seconds or whatever. What is that intended to do and what's that including for kids?
Yeah, it's a, students can, it's a morning and afternoon session where they can, they can explore a couple of different programs that they might be interested in. Just to kind of give you a sense of what it's like out there. I mean, it's hard to figure out, you know, that you want to go do something related to, a career or trade or something, to actually get out there and see, you know, what's going on and talk to the teachers. I think it's really June
17.
17, thank you.
That's right. June 17th.
Right on June 17th.
My 7th grader has gone both of the past 2 summers, and it is his most anticipated summer camp each year. He enjoys it. They do some sort of activity related to whatever program of study. In carpentry, they built a toolbox. In cybersecurity, they did a radio. They must have programmed it in some way, shape, or form, but it's a good event. He still makes the chicken parm that he made at Big Culinary Day.
That must be something they do every year.
Yes.
Chicken parm. Yeah.
One, it is so cost effective for parents. And it gives these students, like you said, an opportunity to see if they're actually, like, their interest, if it makes sense. My son found out he doesn't like graphic design after going, and that was a very inexpensive way of finding out.
I mean, for instance, Alice Beck, student of the month, is in quality health applications out there and plans to go on to their university stuff. That's the thing, it's not, stereotype always really, you know, so kids go there, right to work, that sort of thing. And it's just not the case. I mean, we have a lot of students that graduate from there and go on to post-secondary education, whether it's, you know, furthering their skills in the trade or going to a four-year university. I think we have one student who is in the Navy Academy. So, you know, it's just another, I say every time, Parkway Carlton is an extension of us. Are you interested in that?
Thank you. Director Honchar, any update on Pathfinder?
Thank you. First of all, a couple of the summer projects. The windows in Pathfinder from the 60s, very drafty. So we're gonna replace some of the windows. There's going to be continuing roof work as we've been doing here, because it's an old building from the mid-60s. The enrollment numbers are still in the upper 80s. We still have employment opportunities for summer school and for the new year, if anybody is interested. Graduation will be the first Wednesday in June at 10 a.m. and Carleton student Belila Forrest will be graduating in the commencement ceremony. So please come if you can to greet her name is Belila and her parents. Thank you.
Director Edmonds, any updates on the Shaggs? No. Okay. Director Kuskar, any updates on legislative or PHBA?
Not a ton. So the House and Senate were in session for a week in May. As is expected, the budget dominated those conversations. There was, at the last meeting, I said that there was a committee meeting that day. Our last meeting, I said there was a House committee meeting that day in Pittsburgh on AI. Sorry, the coffee is worn off. So I do have a report on that. That was AI in K-12 education. It was the House Education Committee. Both the majority and minority chair of that committee acknowledged that Pennsylvania is behind in AI policy and heard testimony from school superintendents, the chief technology officer of Pittsburgh Public Schools, the American Federation of Teachers, and the National Education Association on ways that schools can need a little more guidance from the state level when it comes to AI policy and AI usage in schools. So more to come on that, I'm sure, but for the month of May, they are done, and when they come back in June, then the budget will be most of what is discussed, is my guess. Yes. What I will say is that there is very likely not time in June for substantive policy change because the budget conversations will dominate everything. But, I should say that while I was in Harrisburg in May, then Senator Devin Robinson's bill to ban cell phones in schools did move out of committee to the full Senate. So that continues to move through the process.
Complicated topic. Thank you. Any questions on the report so far? If not, Director Edmonds, the foundation.
Yes. So the Taste of Carleton took place last month. A lot of board members and community members were in attendance. We had 170 patrons total at the event. The foundation netted $7,000 after expense, so very successful. And then other news, there were 5 seniors who will receive the Magna Scholarship this year. Usually there are 4 seniors selected. The selection committee could decide on just 4, so they're sending an additional $5,000. So the students that get that scholarship get $5,000 for secondary opportunities. And that brought the total of funding for that scholarship to $295,000 since it started in 2015. And for folks that aren't familiar with the scholarship, it comes from a 1965 Carleton graduate, Russ, I'm going to butcher his last name, Bunio, is that what you're saying? Bunio. And he is obviously extremely generous in providing that scholarship. The foundation is really thankful for his support.
You've written several letters in state judgments and thanks to teachers for their effort and very positive about that.
Mary, what is this deadline for the scholarship applications?
So it's passed for this year, but I will try to get that.
Thanks.
Any questions on any of those reports? If not, none of our police reports.
All right, well, I'm Jackie, and I'm the senior for the junior class, and we're going to have to deal with all of this after our senior year gets out.
My name is Rose Hessel, as you know, and I'm the graduating or retiring student representative of the senior class.
We are honored to have this opportunity to have students' concerns, fun events students are proud to be taken, and also bring light to what they're doing besides schoolwork. I mean, we all have that to deal with. But thankfully, all of the standardized tests, or most of them, civics on the way, but most of the standardized tests for the state are done, and so we're on to much more entertaining portion of the year. As we enter the last, I think it's on 11 days. I'm glad I have someone who knows how to do for us all right, so for old business, Stars Prom occurred on April 23rd. Roughly 300 total students attended from a multitude of districts, including Carleton. Students enjoyed the dance and had a day based on social skills development. That's very important, and I thought that would be good to bring up. Track whippeals, okay, this is a fun subject. They were supposed to occur on the 13th of May, but they got pushed back because they thought, oh no, there's a chance for rain. And then, they had a pretty much beautiful day that day. Meanwhile, May 14th, also the day of the Gettysburg field trip for AP and AP Gov. And so we had at least one student who was unable to go to that field trip because of the whippeals. But that's a good segue into the point on the Gettysburg trip, which was a really good experience and served as a final hurrah for Ms. Begg in her final year as, the AP Gov A-Push teacher. The A-Push class final was completed on the trip. That was an interesting final to do. What we did was we came up with different points and took it out to the battlefield and said, all right, this is our spot. Let's present about this day of the Battle of Gettysburg and talk about the basic events that were on at that time. And then, all right, let's explore for a while. I know at one point we had made a wrong turn and ended up going out of the battlefield again. Meanwhile, like half the class was down to the Devil's Den with all the rocks. So they pretty much gave us like an extra 50 minutes down there.
It's very shocking to see how entertaining teenage boys are on rocks.
Yes.
I think in our grade where there was just a bunch of boys climbing the rocks and spectators were just girls wondering what they were going to fall. Thank goodness they didn't, but it was very scary.
My daughter described them to me as cliffs.
They're very dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're so concerned.
Yeah.
I find it as hurt, but we had a lot of fun.
It's hilarious. I'm the kind of guy who's like, anything with heights I'm not to go near. Meanwhile, on the Gettysburg trip, I was like, oh sure, why not? Like this is perfectly safe. Even though it may not have been. It's also hilarious to see, based on how many times Begg is down there, she still gets lost every now and then down at the battlefield. That was very cute as Badger can attest to. Then as a fundraiser for this field trip, the classes partnered with the student government to bring forth 3 different drinks: the Independent Lemonade Refresher, the Democratic Lemonade Refresher was raspberry, I think. Was it raspberry? Okay. I didn't remember first. Yeah, and then the Republican, which was strawberry refresher. So that was certainly an interesting event. Just today, the National Honor Society and National Junior Honor Society, we went out to the flower garden down at Fort Pitt Tunnel, did our flower planting up there. It started with downpour on us like at the very end, so that was certainly entertaining, but we had an overall good time, I think.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I mean, it started raining at the very end, but we got to thank all the flowers, put all the mulch down. And everyone was very eager to become very fast paced and get all that done. And we had less people than usual, than previous years. And it was great to see how many people were able to get together so quickly and plan to hold them so quickly. So it was great to see a lot of enthusiasm and dedication.
Needless to say, I never want to see another Pokemon convention in my life.
At least
Another year. So, and additionally, over a while back, the societies took a trip to the Children's Hospital for a Spring of Smiles event, where they set up spring decorations, photo booth, craft station, and seed flower planting. This was all organized and led by Rose High School. Imagine that, doing more things for the district and for the organization she's a part of. And assisted by Mrs. Steiner as our sponsor. And around 15 members went. There was the hospital didn't want to have everybody that we had scheduled to go. So like day of, we're all like, wait, are we going or are we not going? And who's going? And a bunch of confusing stuff. But other than that, everything went well. Yeah, and the applications for officer positions were due today, so those will be coming to the faculty council and then approved from there. As for new business, prom's coming up. It's gonna be held on the 21st of May. Can't remember the name of the venue, but.
I think it's one of those.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I think the theme is masquerade.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. So, is it? Yes, that sounds right. That sounds right. Embassy.
Yeah, it was something sweet, so I think.
I'm not part of that. Summer's on the way, thank goodness. Getting close to the end of the year. I know seniors are excited to get out to the real world. And graduation coming up on June 5th at Hans Becker Stadium. 7 is the start time. And I will now hand it over to Rose to give her final remarks.
Before I wanted to say anything, I wanted to relay a message by student government. They wanted to be here tonight, but sadly couldn't, so they're very excited in the future to work with you guys and pitch their new ideas with implementations to make a more fun school. So that was just a little message that they wanted me to say. First of all, very job. Thanks. I think letting him be able to speak, it makes me happy because it reassures me that even though I'm leaving and I'm going, there's somebody that's going to be in my place that's going to do a very good job. So
You're saying there's some hope for me yet?
So as you know, this is our last board meeting with student representatives, but it's also my last meeting. So it's kind of hard to believe that I'm sitting or standing and sitting there for you tonight during my closing speech. So you all know how much I love to talk and never explain, so I'll keep it very short. But I can't begin to explain how much I've grown throughout the opportunity that you guys have given me, and especially with our small reports, whether it be silly reports, concerns, or whatever it may be, student interests. But graduating this year has allowed me to reflect on my high school experience, and I feel a lot of overwhelming gratitude and preparation for the next steps in my life. And so thanks to your leap of faith in implementing this role, I haven't always been the best at public speaking, as we all start out. But being trusted with this role alongside Mateo last year and now Jackson this year has really been a privilege, and the honor has really helped me build up my confidence and has allowed me to become way more comfortable and grow a crowd of people. So I really appreciate that. So thank you for that leap of faith, and I think it's a great opportunity for students in general. So even whenever Jackson transitions out, I encourage you to keep doing it, and it's allowed me to just be appreciative of you guys listening to the Cougars' concerns and not only us preparing our reports, but also seeing how you guys navigate complex decisions within the school district and the community. That showed me really the power of collaboration and what it means to advocate for the community. And I think voicing your opinion and advocating is so important, and just taking action. So I was very honored to be the voice of other people, whether it be my opinion or not, but I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, that concludes. Yeah.
I'll quickly just say, it's been a pleasure to watch you and your predecessors grow into the role, and I think we all, like you said, took a leap of faith. The two of you and now Jackson have provided so much benefit to us. I'm thrilled to hear that you've grown from it as well, and it's been wonderful to see you all grow in those roles. So thank you very much for doing what you're doing. Okay, I normally turn to Dr. Craig, Steve, okay. I'll jump into the main part of our agenda. So under section C, approval of minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve minutes from the previous meeting.
Second.
Move to second questions or conversation. If not, I'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Under section B, miscellaneous, I'll motion to approve those. Thank you. Moved in second. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Under section C, finance, I'd like to split it into two votes. First item is appointing our school board treasurer for the year. A quick note to the public. The school code sets up all the other positions to be done in December. The treasurer is carved out and done in May. So,
It's just the secretary every 4 years.
and it's the secretary, I forgot about that, so thank you. So we're voting on this, and our fantastic treasurer has agreed to repeat her role. So I'd like to hear a motion to appoint Director O'Brien as our treasurer.
I see.
Thank you. Move to second. Any questions or comments? Not the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Congratulations, Director O'Brien. Thank you. Second item, I'll go to the budget item later, section E.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Move to second. Very much. Questions or comments? Not the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Section F, I'll entertain a motion to approve that as a series.
So moved. Second.
So I made a technical error here, so I jumped left without counting the rest of E. So, before we go,
We did. Make a motion for,
we did 1, 2, 3, not 3, 4, all the other ones.
7, is that the last one? Whatever the last one, I just want to make a motion.
We did. We can do it as we have a second.
That was just for number 2.
That's the way I read it.
Yeah, that's
for the bill.
I just-
So there's 3 sections.
So Susie's point, since it's already a motion, second, we'll take care of that when I circle back and do the rest of it. If our solicitor's okay with that.
14, yes. All right. Well, I am 3 through 14, that was still.
Correct, we'll go back and circle back. So since we have passed the agenda, we've had a motion and a second. Any questions or conversations? If we enter the section. If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries for section F. Circling back to section E. Again, my mistake, my apologies. Items 3 through 14. Do I have a motion for those?
So,
Second.
Move to second. Any questions or comments? Vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. G, so, business. Business.
I just wanted, because I said it at our last meeting, committee meeting, but I did attend Rally on the Capitol for Public Education. I just want to thank Mrs. Badger for providing that information. I wanted to talk with our state reps about English language learning funding and what is needed here in the district, and also funding in general for public education. So it was a great event. Representative Kulik listened to me and agreed that we need it. So she was going to talk to her colleagues about it. But just so you guys know, the biggest thing is calling your state reps and talking about funding. There have already been some changes, but the biggest thing is passing the current bills that are in the House to change cyber school reform funding, adequacy funding, how they fund districts based off of what the district needs, not looking at all of the districts and just saying, you get this much, you get this much. So talking to your state legislators. There are bills in those that can increase what we get next year by over $300,000 in the district. But we've got to talk to our state reps. It was a really good meeting, but thank you, Mrs. Badger, for that information. It was very helpful.
Any other old business? Any new business topics?
Jim, I don't see any place in here our acceptance of the Pathfinder budget for next year.
That was done last week. The preliminary budget passed last week.
For Pathfinder.
But for Pathfinder, no, I'm sorry. To the best of my knowledge, that was done.
Because I have.
Pathfinder was on last week.
Oh, that's it. I didn't hear it.
I will double check.
Please.
We'll double check.
Please. Yeah. Because I have worked through it.
I do not see it in our agenda from last week. In looking at the agenda from last week.
I would have noticed this. Could we pass it tonight?
It's not on the agenda.
Okay. It'll wait. Next one.
They have a deadline on June 30th.
Excuse me?
They have a deadline on June 30th.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Any other old business? Any new business? Any open forum questions from the audience? Nobody's on the list? Everybody good? Any director, any open questions? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.